But our theme for this month is faith for the final stretch. Somebody know that they need some faith for the final stretch. We have officially entered into October. It must be your birthday month. We have officially entered into October, which means that we are in the last quarter of 2025, y'all. We are in the final stretch. We are in the final stretch. And if you know anything about the final stretch, you know that this is when the fatigue really starts to come in. This is when your body is about to give up. This is when you're really ready to throw in the towel. So we're about to confuse the devil. We want to confuse the enemy. We want to confuse our bodies. We want to confuse life. And we're going to get all of the strength that we have to be able to push to the final day. I've been hearing so much from everybody how tired everyone feels, how fatigued, how just over it people are. And as we were praying about the theme for the end of the year, or for this next quarter, and I was praying and Pastor Jackson was praying, and God was giving me faith, and then he was also giving me push. But in my mind, I wasn't putting it together yet. I was like, all right, which one should we do? Which one should we do? You know, okay, and I'm praying about it, and I said, all right, let me go see what Pastor Jackson is getting, and I asked him, and then he just put, and I didn't even tell him what I got. I just said, babe, I need the theme for the month. What are you getting? And he basically put all my thoughts together into this one theme of we need to have faith to be able to get to the end of this year. We're going to need more faith than we had in January to get through these next 3 months. You're going to have to get an increase of faith to be able to push you through to the final line. And the only place that we get our strength, the only place that we get our increase in faith is through God. It's through our Father. So as we go through these next 3 months, I don't know what in the world life has stored up for you. You have no idea what life has stored up for you. You don't know what's coming your way at the end of this month. You have no idea what is going to happen, what blows the enemy has ready for you in November, in December. You have no idea. But what I do know is I am about to take my stance. I am going to get into position because I'm not going to be naive enough to think that the next 3 months are just going to be, oh, the year's almost over, I'm going to breeze through because the last 9 months was great. I'm not going to be naive enough to think that I'm just going to breeze into 2026. No. I need to understand that I'm going to need more strength to finish than I needed to start. I'm going to need more of God to finish than I even needed to start. Because how you finish is more important than how you start. How you end this year of 2025 is more important than the way you started. Some of us in here don't even remember the way we started. We don't remember what happened in January. But we now have an opportunity to turn whatever situation it is around so that we can get through these final months with strength, with integrity, with faith, with God. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. Faith for the final stretch. As we're going into this last quarter, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to increase your faith in God. Not in what God can do. Let me be clear. Not in what God can do. Because if we only have faith in what God can do, when he doesn't do what we thought he was going to do, then we all of a sudden we're down on the ground. We don't just have faith in what God can do, but I have faith in God. If you do it, I'll praise you. If you don't do it, I'm still going to praise you. That's faith, guys. That's faith. And that's the type of faith we're going to need to get us through. That's the type of faith we're going to need to get through and to begin our new year and our new season, an increase in faith. I want you to look at somebody next to you, and I just want you to tell them, it's time to increase your faith. Come on, we need to get off this wishy-washy, sometimes we believe, sometimes we don't believe. What's that? It's time to increase your faith. And if you didn't have any faith, it's time to get some faith. It's time to get some faith. Because I don't know about you, but I still believe that God is able to do great things in this last 3 months. I still believe that God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that I could ever imagine or think. I still believe that 3 months, 90 days is enough time for God to turn things around. I don't know about you. I don't know if you're already threw in the towel. I don't know if you're already ready to give up. But I'm not giving up because I believe if I serve a God who can say one word and the seas can open, if I serve a God who can say one word and the dead can rise up, then I definitely serve a God who can turn things around for me. Increase your faith. Increase your faith. We're going into this last quarter strong. We're coming out strong. I don't know how you felt today. I don't know if you felt beat up, if you felt like you got sucker punched. I don't know how you're coming into this last quarter, but I'm telling you now, you need to shake it off because we're coming in gold and we got to come out gold. We got to come out gold. We have to come out gold. And the only way that happens is increase your faith. Increase your faith. Increase your faith. And watch God do the unimaginable for you. May God bless you this morning.